Where would you most like to see a casino?
New York City.
No, well, you're going to see it. In New York, you don't care.
New York City's major developers are betting they'll win casino licenses. But what happens if they don't?
It's not about whose side we're on, it's about who's on our side. Whose city? Whose city? Whose city?
New York State is preparing to award 3 full casino licenses for downstate New York. Developers are lining up with billion-dollar proposals. But behind the glitz, this is a political brawl, with zoning boards, community boards, and powerful unions all in play.
The competition for 3 available casino licenses in downstate New York is a huge deal for New York City. There are currently 8 teams competing for these licenses. These 8 teams are now going before community advisory committees that will decide whether or not they ultimately move into the final phase of the competition.
SL Green wants to bring a Caesars Casino to Times Square. Steve Cohen, owner of the Mets, is pitching a gaming district near Citi Field. Larry Silverstein is floating a sky-high casino at 11th Avenue and 41st Street. Thor Equities is betting big on Coney Island. MGM Resorts International is pitching Empire City in Yonkers. Bally's Corporation is vying for a Bronx casino. Genting Group wants to bring a Resorts World to Queens. And Soloviev Group is pitching Freedom Plaza, a casino complex on Manhattan's East Side.
In this competition, there is a ton of money at stake. For the state, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars in annual tax revenue. For the development teams, for the most part, a lot of them have projected billions of dollars in gambling revenue. Whether or not those projections ultimately pan out is another story, but a lot of money is at stake.
But the competition isn't just about money. It's about community support. Each proposal must pass a local board vote, and not everyone's on board.
What kind of environment are we creating for our future generations if we allow a casino corporation to manipulate 72 acres of prime Nassau County real estate into something that resembles a mini Atlantic City?
Most of the proposals are facing some form of opposition, whether it's from local community groups or elected officials. In some cases, both. A lot of these teams have tried to add perks to their proposals to appease concerns over the particulars of, their projects. In some cases, people are just fundamentally against the very idea of having a casino in their neighborhood. For others, they would like to see, even more investment to accompany their project. So for each of the proposals, it's a little bit different. But yeah, a lot of the proposals are facing kind of an uphill battle.
Given the many challenges, not every developer expects to win. Some are playing a longer game, using the bid process to unlock zoning approvals or advance dormant projects. Even a failed casino proposal can open doors with city agencies, investors, and unions. In this race, development is the real jackpot.
Given that there are only 3 licenses available, there are going to be losers in this competition. You have seen in some cases development teams have a plan B in the event that they don't receive a license. In a lot of cases, like going through a competition that's this expensive, that requires this level of upfront investment, would not be worth it for a lot of companies. In cases where the local community is against a casino, perhaps the process of going through these discussions about the possibility of a site would mean that the community or elected officials are more amenable to something that isn't a casino in the future. It's not guaranteed, but it's a possibility.
This is exactly what happened with related company's Hudson Yards casino bid. Nonprofit group Friends of the High Line was incredibly influential in shaping the project, speaking out about the potential casino building overshadowing the public park. The lack of public support, in tandem with other challenges, led to Related abandoning the proposal. But in exchange, they were able to get changes to a 2009 rezoning on the site and worked out financing that will allow them to move forward with other plans.
There have been studies of the existing casinos in New York that have been disappointing from a revenue perspective. Depending on which projects are ultimately built and where they're built, we could see changes to tourism in those areas and the city in general. A lot of these development teams have sort of pitched their casino as potentially transformative projects for the neighborhoods they're in. That could also be something we're obviously going to be watching out for in the next decade or so.
Final bids are in, and decisions are expected by the end of the year. But even after the winners are announced, the real work begins with public approvals, construction timelines, and community negotiations. This isn't just about cards and slots. It's about shaping the future of New York City, one casino at a time.